Okay, everyone, I'm not okay. SpaghettiOs! I'm calling the manager of this place. I'm gonna speak to corporate. Fiddlesticks. To the man who handed me this food. I decided to go because, Click the link below and get yourself a cameo where I'll make a special video just for you. Treat yourself or surprise someone else. It makes a great gift. Link below. If you order on the app or anything, you can't go to the drive-thru. I had to get out my car like a freaking peasant to fetch my own food. This is the 27th century. Hello? Go to school, learn something. Shine bright like a diamond. I'm mad for many different reasons. The man who works here deserves to be fired. If he was my employee, he'd be fired on the spot for the way that I was treated. So, I made my order, and then it says you can't go to the drive-thru. You have to walk in like a peasant. And it's already too late. They said, your order's being made. You have to pick it up at a certain time. I said, okay. So I get into my vehicle, and I drive on over to the Dairy Queens. And what happens when I arrive? I'm like, oh, I'm 2 minutes late. The food must be like starting to get cold. They said it'll be ready at, 120 something or something. So I arrive, I'm like standing in line, there's a line. Finally, this lady gets out the way, and the man, I knew I was about to face some attitude. The lady in front of me, this old sweet little lady, she ordered one of those blizzards, right? And the man hands the blizzard to her like this and walks away. She goes, you're supposed to tip it. He goes, that don't matter. That don't matter. That don't matter. You're fired. That's not the way you speak to anybody, let alone that they're your elder. You don't speak, that don't matter. You know what doesn't matter? You. You can leave this place because I would fire you in a split second for the way you speak to people. If you don't like people, if you can't speak nice, kind language, treat people with respect, that's disrespectful to someone that just paid you their hard-earned money. They didn't go to McDonald's across the street, they went to you. They just gave you your money. I don't want to hear, oh, well, they only make minimum wage. These people are selfish, entitled scumbags. They don't even know what real work is like. So, because I lived in Asia, I lived in Central America, I actually have seen real honest workers making $1 an hour in the sunshine. No benefits, no air conditioning. These people are just that don't matter. And the lady, you should have seen her face. She looked like she was about to cry. She was so excited. She might have saved up all her, she's probably living off retirement, Social Security. They only give you like $1,000 a month. And she's probably saving for this special day to get a blizzard to have with her grandson or whatever. And to have this nasty human being say, that don't matter. So then it was my turn. And I'm standing there. And all of a sudden, he has something to do. He leaves the register. He has something to do. I'm like, hi, I'm waiting. A minute passes, 2 minutes passes, 3 minutes, and then he's like just walking around. He's just like looking around. He's just looking around. And I'm like, hello, hi, I have a pickup here. Totally ignores me. But he's standing as far as what you are from me right now. I don't know, 5 feet behind the counter. I'm like, hi, I have a pickup here for Nikocado. Complete. And it's like he's looking this way, but I know he hears me. And he's just standing there. I'm like, what are you looking at? Hello, hi, I have a pickup order. And then he walks away and he goes behind when they're making the food. And this Dairy Queen used to have great customer service, polite individuals. Hello, how are you today? Welcome to the Dairy Queen. How can we help you? What would you like to have today? If you're gonna work in customer service and you don't like people, don't. And know what I blame? I blame Dairy Queen. You hired someone like this to be the face of your company? That's on you. That old lady ain't going back. I might not go back because I see my orders wrong. And they didn't offer me any ranch, any sauce. I ordered all of this was $70 worth of food. I got no dips. You see, I have to pull out my Wingstop ranch. Dairy Queen has great ranch, at least my local Dairy Queen. Didn't offer it to me. I didn't realize till I got home. I'm like, wow. So no ranch for me. Luckily, I had some. I mean, this is just, I mean, oh my God. And these people want to increase their minimum wage when they can't even do a simple, elementary, simpleton task correctly, and they're so adamant that they are deserving of more money. Please, please, you cookie cutter. You are a cookie cutter. Now, I have an inspect. I paid for extra cheese. This does not look like a triple. It's a triple. Okay. They got one thing right. So finally, this man walks over the counter. Doesn't say a word. He's just standing there like a lump. So I have to initiate. Why do I have to initiate the conversation in your store? This is your store. Why are you waiting for me to initiate conversation? Clearly I'm in line. I'm not there to look at your beautiful face. I'm really not. I didn't spend $5 gas driving to this place to come look at your t-shirt. I really didn't. I'm clearly here for a reason. This is a freaking store. Don't act like, oh, you should say hello. I did say hello like 5 times and he ignored me. So he's standing there like a lump, like this. I said, hi, I have a pickup order online for Nikocado. No, nothing. He walks away. I'm like, you don't deserve to have this job. You are so easily replaceable. And I guarantee someone like him says, oh, we're not paid enough. Well, it's so unfair. There's all these other people out there. They have more money than me. Oh my gosh. I'm just a victim. I'm just an eternal victim. I'm just a victim to society. Oh my gosh. There's just all this discrimination. It's horrible. Why do we reward bad behavior in this society? Can you tell me? I don't know. Why are we rewarding bad behaviors? If you're working as the face of a company, as a customer service agent, that's basically what you are. You're there to interact with human beings. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the Dairy Queen. How can we help you today? And that's too hard for you? But you're gonna sit there and pout and say backhanded, smart aleck things to other customers, ignore me, not say hello, throw the food around. French fries not filled up all the way. I got 2 of these. I love those. Those are my favorite. Extra French fries. So I'm missing 2 cheeseburgers. That's okay. Life goes on. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But you know, if I ran a store and I had people working for it that didn't feel like being there, they didn't have pride in their role. They didn't have, I mean, go to Chick-fil-A. It's night and day. The culture of Chick-fil-A changes the way people think, the way they speak. I don't want to hear anything other than Chick-fil-A has good culture. And they get so much flack in the media, discrimination. And maybe it's presumptuous of me for me to say that worker, oh, he would cry discrimination. I could tell by his mannerisms that he was on my orientation, and I hear it all the time. People of my orientation, they say, I'm discriminated. No, you're a lousy worker. You're a lousy worker. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of lousy workers crying, poor me, victim, discrimination. No, you didn't get fired because you were attracted to men. You got fired because you are a smart, I want to curse so bad, a smart aleck. You're a smart aleck with a prim and proper, like, and I have nothing against flamboyant people at all. But you're there to do a job. You're not there to look cute and pretty. I didn't come stare at your pretty face. I really didn't. I came to pick up food that I paid you for. If that's too hard for you to press some buttons and say hello and fake a smile for 5 seconds, you don't deserve to have that job. And your employer at this location probably, we can't say no. We can't say no. We want to have nice, everyone diversity. We need to have this and this and this and this. You know, people should not be hired based on. Listen, you can tell when someone swings a certain way. I'm sorry, you just can't. In most cases, not all, but many. That's not a bad thing. That's just the fact of life. You can usually tell. Nikocado definitely likes it up the booty. Oh, you can usually tell. But people are so scared of being canceled for not hiring enough. How about we hire people for doing correct jobs, for having good resumes, for speaking well? Are you hiring people just because of the way they look? What is happening to this country? They don't do that over in Asia. They don't do that over in South America. They don't do that over in Europe. Well, they're starting to now. God, I don't want to hear. You're assuming. I'm not assuming. The man had zero charisma, zero work ethic, zero speaking skills, zero customer service attributes. You can't sit there and tell me that I'm presuming that, oh, you don't know he was just hired based on that. I don't know that. But what I do know is that he certainly wasn't hired for being a good worker. He certainly isn't maintaining that job for having good customer service skills. Clearly, night as day. Night as day. I mean, oh my God, I just went to Jollibee a couple weeks ago, and it's just night and day. The customer service, hello, how are you? Welcome to Jollibee. They wave, it's the culture, you know. And I don't want to, rip off Dairy Queen as a brand. They have thousands of stores, but whoever's in charge of this store, you deserve to be fired as a manager or whatever, regional, whatever you are, regional board member. I don't know what you are. Whoever is in charge of making sure this, just look at Chick-fil-A. I don't want to hear about Chick-fil-A discriminating against people of my orientation. I know people who are of my orientation that work happily at Chick-fil-A. I don't want to hear the opinion of a man who's no longer even affiliated with that company. It's a former, isn't he dead? Isn't he dead? Well, they donate to groups that support conversion camps. Oh, okay. I would rather that be I don't agree with that, but I'd rather them be allowed to, because that's what makes this country great. Freedoms of choice. Let people learn over time and decide for themselves, hey, this might not work for people. It's certainly not forced, that I know of. It's an option for people. I mean, shoot, I personally have friends who are my orientation that said, you know what, I really don't want to be G-A-Y. I just don't. I want to see if I can change. They're allowed to think that way. They're allowed to change their mind. They're allowed to question. They're allowed to do that. You know, I think it's wrong. I don't think I think it's a waste of time and money, in my belief. It's a waste of time and money to throw tens of millions to tens of thousands of dollars trying to change people and who they love, as if that even matters. But I'm standing on principle here, so I don't want people saying, oh, you can go to Chick-fil-A, you're so, you know what? They hold the door for me, literally will hold the door for you. When at least I had 3 Chick-fil-A's around, they hold the door for you. They're always apologetic. It's just, go to Popeyes and then go to Chick-fil-A and tell me your experience. I guarantee 9 out of 10 people will be like, it's night and day. Learn something. That's what people remember. They remember how they feel when they go to pick up food. So, this man with an attitude who was all, I'm too good for you, I'm gonna act like you're not there. I'm like, hey, I'm standing right in front of you. Hello, welcome. It's just nothing. And I'm already cranky because they don't accept drive-through for online orders, so whatever. So I'm missing a couple of burgers, and I'm missing all my ranches, all my marinara sauce, which I want to eat, but still, it's the principle. It should come with it. It just throws the food. Here you go. They don't even say anything. It makes me angry, you know, because I worked in fast food. I worked in retail. I worked at restaurants. I was a server. I was a waiter. I've had many jobs that are different than just shoving food in my face. I never, ever acted like that. Never. Never. It would never even occur to me as that being an option. Today we're going to go to work and we're going to treat people like crap. Today we're going to go to work and do the least amount of work possible. That didn't even occur to me because I wanted to do a good job. I wanted to get promoted. I wanted to make more money. I wanted to, like, where are these people? Shoot, do it for selfish reasons. You want to be promoted for money. That still will entice you to do a good job at your job. It's like these people just want to be handed their life. They want their food paid for. They want to be told they're victims. Furious. And then you see people defend it. That's the worst of it. There's going to be people in this comment section that defend lousy workers. Oh, they're so underpaid. You don't know anything about being underpaid. Have you even left this country? I lived in Guatemala for a year. Southeast Asia for years. South America for 4 or 5 years. You've never even left your freaking bubble. Don't tell me about hard work. You have no idea. You don't even know. You're just entitled. You're told to be entitled. You're inspired to be entitled. And then you're reinforced to be entitled by our society and our media. You're just not somebody I would want working for my company. Anyways, today we're having food, which this should be very tasty. I'm excited, you know. I'm like, it makes me so angry. I'm like, literally, these are the people crying, poor me, poor me. I need more. I can't live on this. Oh. I'm angry. I don't know if you can tell. And I just got off the phone with someone in Korea, so well-mannered. It's just like, this is an American issue that would never fly in Korea. Oh my God. It's culture. It's culture. We are enabling, glorifying, perpetuating, and promoting bad culture. And we write it off as, I don't know what people write that off as. Victims. They're just victims. I don't know, how do you write that? How do you write that off in Japan? You don't. How do you write that off in Iceland? You don't. How do you write that off in Colombia? Oh my God, that would never fly in Colombia. And I'm not even fluent in Spanish, and I never saw anyone. You don't even need to know the language to see someone's body language. You ever know that? Yeah. There's no grace, there's no humility, there's no pride, joy, or appreciation, there's no honor. They're there to clock in, clock out, talk crap about the government. All these corporations, they're so rich, they're bad people, they're greedy. They're literally employing you, you piece of crap. These people live in bubbles, and it's disgusting how it's just enabled by you. By you. By you. My job is here to entertain a bunch of lowlifes and get fat and not know why. Now, not all my viewers. I have a lot that are smart. They know what's going on. They see it. They don't like it. It's... oh my God. And know what these low IQ little fruit flies under my video will say? Well, you don't have manners, says the person who farts on camera. Like, it just went right over your head. It just went. How can you compare an entertainer who makes videos in the privacy of his home to help you pass time so I can get paid, and compare that to a public customer service worker? You see, I guarantee you're going to see comments under here like, look at him acting like he's the Queen of England. Oh, he's so proper. He's so prim. He's so well-made, clean cut. Oh, he's disgusting. He farts. He poops. He cries on camera. He's a man-baby child. Right over their heads. Right over their heads. They literally are exposing their low IQs. Right over their heads. Right over their heads. Right over their heads. Like, I don't even have to hunt them down and wonder, are these people educated? Do these people have comment? Nope. They say, yoo-hoo, I'm very uneducated. I can't connect the dots. I can't make parallels. I don't know how to make comparisons. I just know how to run my mouth and be a victim. They're gonna expose themselves under this video. Oh my God. Try pulling that crap in your job, see what happens. And you know, I'm upset with the employers sometimes. They're too concerned. Their priorities are not correct. You know, Chick-fil-A made correct priorities. And look at them. I just saw the fourth quarter report for last 2021. Fourth quarter report. Chick-fil-A is the #1 growing fast food restaurant in America. #1. #1. For like 4 consecutive years or something like that. Consecutive years. Oh, I'm having a rash come out on my face. Anyways, so I made my food all decorative while I ranted. I hope you liked it. Oh, let's make sure you click this video because, you know, look at Nikocado, he's a hypocrite. He's going to be gross. He's going to be greedy. He's going to be selfish and sensational. He can't have an opinion about a public servant or a customer service worker or anything else because he himself is grotesque and fat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's kind of hilarious. Like I said, playing with ants over here. I think I've been very blessed to live in 12 different countries. It has shown me all the weaknesses of this one. And if I wasn't so fat, grotesque, and obnoxious, I would run for office in this country. Not necessarily president, but at least mayor, governor. Senators are all bought, you know, Congress people, but whatever. But not to say you can't be bribed too in any position, but it's just like, wow. Weak, 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 we like weak, 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 we like weak, 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 weak. Such weakness. Oh my God. Goodbye. It's time to make you click my thumbnail. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a fat, grotesque crybaby. Touch your face? No, it's right on. I'm like that dinosaur that just gets angry and goes, I swell.
You're more like a mammoth or a whale.
I love cheese. Dun dun. At least the food is very good. So, I've cooled off a little bit. Click the link below to follow my Patreon. You'll get exclusive weekly videos about my life, plus tons of mukbangs not allowed on YouTube. Link below. Oh man. Mmm. 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 Today I talked to someone from Korea, South Korea. She says, I'm very famous over there. which kind of shocked me. I figured most Koreans might not know what I'm saying, or not care about what I'm saying, or think I'm too dramatic. You know, it's a more conservative culture in some aspects, socially. But she says I'm very famous. Like, everyone talks about it. Makes sense. My main channel, the average video gets 3 to 4 million views. They're coming from somewhere. And she told me, I don't want to tell you everything she said, but she said that originally she did not like me, or she heard things of me, but the more she watched, the more she understood me and thought that I was actually more clever than the people who were saying I was unclever. Something like that. I would shout her out, but I don't know if she wants to be publicly put it out there. She's probably watching this video. We talked about some things that I'm going to keep private. It was actually a very special conversation. Ah! My new Walmart shirt! Ah! Cheap scrapers. It's your fault. The food is so good though. But I would love to visit South Korea. I love Korean food. Black bean noodles, spicy noodles, chili noodles, Korean barbecue. I love Korean food. They're very talented with the food. But I was kind of shocked to hear I have lots of fans over there. I'm like, really? I couldn't believe it when she said it. I'm like, I'm sure they're not, you know, watching out of like fascination with the morbidly grotesque. She's like, no, people love you here. I'm like, oh my god, really? If that falls, I'm calling corporate. Ooh, this is 5 of them put together. Bounded by some white stuff. Sounds like a college party. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't be so critical of the K-pops. And you know, many years ago I was very critical. But then I changed my tune. I said, you know what? I actually appreciate the creativity, the dance, the positivity. I said I actually appreciate it compared to a lot of the stuff here. But we're not going to talk about music today. We talked about that the other day. It's too much. I get it. Okay. Now for the moment of truth. Oh, we have more. I love their pretzels are so good. See, now I feel less angry. When I first came to this video, I was screaming and shouting for 15 minutes. I probably said a lot of things I might regret. Should I regret it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know his life story. Maybe it was a bad day. Maybe he just broke up with his boyfriend. I don't know. You know, I shouldn't presume. But I also feel like that's not an excuse, you know. People do things like that and they lose their jobs. I think the point I was trying to make was that we don't hold people to a high standard anywhere anymore. There's no standard. It's lots of excuses for people. And the point I was trying to make it is that in other civilized countries, they don't make excuses for people. You pay consequences for when you act out. And these are also free nations as well. Okay. This here is the... Where's the vegetable? Actually, that's okay. We don't need vegetables. I had lettuce, tomato, onion, not fat. See, I also paid for extra cheese. I don't see extra cheese. I only see 3 slices. I paid for 4. I also paid for extra sriracha sauce. That does not look like extra. It looks like a regular dab. And they missed all the vegetables. Not like I'll be okay without those vegetables. But still, there's supposed to be lettuce, tomato. So this is the Fahrenheit burger, and they made it a special way for me. Okay. Mmm. 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 I love the Fahrenheit. Oh. This is my favorite. The bun is great. The meat is tasty. That's a lot of pepper jack cheese. It's missing the slice of cheddar that I paid for. Mmm. See, in America we say, oh, they just forgot. They're under a lot of stress. They're not making the same as a CEO, therefore they don't feel like they should try as hard. You know, that's what we hear all the time. What if we lived in a country where the punishment for not making a meal correctly is to be beheaded? Do you think people would be that lazy? Absolutely not. All of a sudden, the workers who don't do good will do really good. They'll do really well. They'll do good work. I would be a great president. Oh my God. Could you imagine though? Oh my God. They'll no longer be blaming it on, oh, I was forgetful. You are no longer forgetful when you clock in now. Oh, I was under stress. Oh, I'm just jealous. I don't make a lot. Oh, you're no longer stressed and jealous now. You'll find that those are excuses and not actual reasonings. For most people. For most people who are not diligent, who are not careful, who are not mindful or friendly at the customer's countertop, you'll find that, in my opinion, most people have excuses, not legitimate reasonings. Oh, I'm tired, I'm overworked. No, you're not caring. You feel fine. You can do way better. Well, now everyone's going to be saying Nikocado thinks people should be beheaded when they fuck up his sandwich. That's correct. Mmm. Mmm. Mm. These pretzel sticks, man, are so good. With this stretchy cheese. Mmm. The moment you wrap your lips around it, you just feel very happy. Mm. Where did Dairy Queen come from? Like, what state did it? Let's find out. Hey Siri, Let's ask. I'm feeling less angry now that I've eaten. I still think that guy should be fired. I would fire him. It's nasty. Here we go. We're gonna see Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen birthplace. She did not just type out the word burp. Oh my god. Illinois. In Joliet, Illinois. Never heard of that place. I've never even been to Illinois. Wow. The food is great. This cheeseburger, while it's missing the vegetables, it actually tastes even better without them. I love the buns. I like them more than McDonald's buns. Absolutely. They're soft, they're greasy. They remind me of potato buns. They might be. I don't think so. It's hard for me to tell, actually, sometimes. The Fahrenheit. Ah, it's so good. I missed this when I was in Vegas. I mean, Canto Bolognese. I missed having the Dairy Queen. They have it, but I was trying to focus on, you know, Fat Burger, In-N-Out, which I've never eaten at again. And see, I'm still nice. Like, I can recognize that In-N-Out. While I think their food is horrible, I see James Charles constantly eating there. I'm like, why? Out of all the places, why? It almost feels like it's like a status quo. Doesn't it? Like, you're cool if you eat at the In-N-Out. Like, are we really doing this because the food's high quality? This tastes 5 times better. 5 times better. The French fries are great. In-N-Out's French fries are the worst I've ever tasted in my life. I can't even believe they're sold as food. Actually, I say it's James, not just him, everybody. It's a popularity train. He could be such a trendsetter. He could pick out another restaurant and make it popular. He's a trendsetter. But he's just, I mean, maybe he really likes cardboard French fries. Maybe, you know, some people have that taste bud. These are amazing Anyway. Shout out to the James Charles. Hello, it's me. I know he knows who I am. He followed me and unfollowed me one time, which is totally fine. That's back when I used to care and count. Because he was involved with some drama many years ago. Had an opinion and then was like, oh no, whatever. If only he knew. Now people know, but whatever. Wasn't even real. So maybe he's not really a trendsetter. Never mind. He doesn't think like one. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm never eating at In-N-Out again. Oh, but like I was saying, I can acknowledge that their food is bad, but I can also give them great credit for not underhiring, overhiring, if almost. I mean, their kitchens are packed with workers. Very similar to Chick-fil-A. You roll up to a Church's Chicken, there might be 2 people back there. Like, how is this even possible? Good culture, you know? I think the branding is on point. The theme is on point. The logo on point. The colors the experience, on point. Everyone loves the comforting 50s diner feel. Who dislikes that? Everyone feels good eating in that type of environment. Point. If only the food tasted good. So, I still call out, I still acknowledge the positives, even inside the negatives. So going back to my experience here, the food's delicious. Most times, literally, people have been very nice to me at the Dairy Queen. Very nice. I don't know why they hired this person. That might play a role into why I was so angry. It's like I already have a standard in my head. Like I would never drive to Chick-fil-A, for example, keep name dropping them, and expect them to treat me like Popeyes. I already had them at a standard in my head. So when you get less than that of what you're used to, you're like, oh my God, heavens are crashing down below. Where it's like what I experienced here, I would totally see that's normalized for Checkers, Raleigh's, you know, some Taco Bells, every single Popeyes on planet Earth, you know. Del Taco, that one time, I'll never forget that boy. I literally talked to the manager in person there. See, you don't want to mess with me. I will get you fired. I was sympathetic to that Del Taco. Remember? It was like 4 years ago. Like this Italian boy or something. Who, same attitude as like today, the Dairy Queen. It was my first time. I was so excited. I was filming it. It's on YouTube. It was my first time ever having Del Taco. I actually want to watch that video. I'm pretty sure I complained about it. Nikocado Del Taco. It was from 3 years ago. It was this one here. Let's see. It's my own video, so I can play it. You can't just play my videos if you don't react to it, discuss it, show my face. You can't just play the straight footage. It's illegal. Excuse me.
If you are like a minute, 2 minutes into this, please know this. I have a lot to say in this video.
Oh no, this has names. 7 hours without food. I just feel like... Okay.
And that's it. On how to be a manager. Please reach out to me. Because I am being tricked into so much stuff.
What? Here we go.
I said this, or pollo asado. Yeah, I was like, after pollo asado, the chicken asado, whatever. And then I realized you had a choice of something and something. And I'm like,
just complain, please.
It's like, does he want to kill me? Is he on meds? Is he upset because his boss yelled at him today? Does he want a promotion? Is he having a bad day?
See, I'm trying to be sympathetic. Someone that worked in fast food, my mind goes there first.
It's like, what the hell? Oh my God. And then I go around the restaurant and I'm standing by the tables and I see this other, this Mexican or Latino Hispanic family. And the kids were speaking to the mom and dad and they're in Spanish, and then the kids would go up and order. I guess the parents, didn't know that well of Spanish. Oh gosh, here comes the tacos now. And so...
I have always had a loose butt. What can I say? My hole's always been welcoming to all. It's just wide open. I'm so sorry for having an open hole. 4 years later, my hole's still open. It's just we don't have any visitors. No one's coming in. See, I was talking about the whole experience. Let's hear when I talk about the person, though.
And then I realized, oh, I also wanted this. I'm like, that's not enough. It actually was. 4 tacos, I'm done. Wow, these are way better than Taco Bell. I'm very impressed, actually. And so I go back over. I'm just like, oh, I'd like to make one more thing. And again, it's the same thing. Like, didn't say a word, didn't say hello, didn't say thank you, didn't say hi. Just
fire him.
Like your job, you have one job. My one job is to eat. Your one job is to communicate. Communicate. Okay? It's not to stand there and push buttons. You're not a robot. It's to say hello. You're the face.
I know.
You're the forefront.
Exactly. They're not a robot. Yet these people will be replaced by robots, guaranteed, within 50 years. Then what are they going to do? Artificial intelligence will continue to take more of our jobs. And these people feel so entitled to them. You are so replaceable, a robot could do what you do. You're not performing the violin. Sit down. You're so replaceable that a robot can do your job. And within 50 years, there will be no such thing as a person that stands there and puts people's orders in. There just won't be. I guarantee to you. Yet they think they're so important, you know.
Of the business, of the either the ordering cabinet, the little table, and there you go, honey. I'm like, I have a question. Are you the manager? And she says, yes. I said, are you the manager?
I spoke to the manager to complain about this worker.
Like, yes. I said, that young man that helped me was so sour. And she was like, I beg your pardon? I said, he was so sour. And she goes, she leaned in and said, I know. I called him in to work. He didn't want to work. And he's been like this all day. I don't know what the matter is, but he's going home now. And sure enough, he was gone from the, like, he must have gone back to, like, take off. Because I heard him say, like, it's 2:30. Like, he just wanted to go home. And she goes, yeah, he's going home now. I'm just like, okay, yeah, because I said, he was not friendly whatsoever. He didn't even ask, you know, the preferences for how I wanted my meals. And she goes, yeah, he's going home now. And I said, this is my first time at Del Taco, and it was a really bad first impression. And she goes, oh no, please come back. We're so sorry. I was just like, okay. And I walked away and ordered my Lyft, and now I'm here. But yeah, if I hadn't talked to her.
I used to take Lyft and Uber, carrying all that food. Ugh. Now when I travel, I rent cars. It's very expensive though. I couldn't afford it back then. It wasn't even in the realm of possibilities. Even the Ubers seemed like a lot to me, which there's proof that it was a lot to me, or at least it seemed that way, because I used to walk home. Remember when I smashed my Cheesecake Factory? Because I wanted to walk at 45 minutes back to the Airbnb. And I dropped the cheesecake because I was walking along the highway and it smashed and I cried on the highway. Remember that video? I smashed my Cheesecake Factory. It was so expensive, but I couldn't afford the car rental to get, or the Lyft, Uber, taxi, whatever. I'm like, I'm just gonna walk it. It's a nice day. And then the food smashed. I cried on the highway. I looked like a hobo. I've come a long way, people. Now I can drive to pick up my food. Yay. Talk about perseverance. Oh man, I think I was making like $1,000 a month back then. I was so determined to be a YouTuber. I was like, I really want to be a YouTuber. But that's all. And Orland didn't work at that time. Our rent was basically that. Anyway. So I guess the moral of the story is I've always been Karen. I've always been a tattletale. where it's appropriate, you know. In this story, the manager happened to be right there. Well, she's the one that handed me the food, so. And I remember she was nice. She had blonde hair. I remember, I have a very, very good memory. In case you don't know, I have a very good, it's kind of scary how good what people say, what they're wearing. Especially if you ever do me wrong, I will remember everything. Like, that's just implanted in my head now. If you cross me, or Orlin, or my family, or my friends, or do anything to cross me, I will remember everything about you to the day I die. I remember this person 4 years ago that served me tacos. And I remember the video that I was in. I mean, this should be very telling to you, the type of person I am. I remember everything you say. Don't get into drama with me, you will lose. I'm so skinny too, wow. What happened? It's amazing to me. It's been 4 years since that video and I'm still eating. I'm also feeling a little nostalgia today because we're in May, we're at the beginning of May. And, you know how I said I've lived all around the world. In Thailand, durian season's starting. And while I can no longer eat that thing because I'm allergic or whatever you want to call it, highly, highly sensitive, I can't even have that much raw onion without ballooning and feeling physically ill. And I go to the bathroom and it smells like sulfur. Like, my body has a problem with sulfur, always has. Even though I can't eat it anymore, I love... Okay, I'll take it back. Well, I don't know. Back in the day when I was eating raw food, I could eat more durian. I would still get ill, but not as ill. Just be like a little like puffiness and headache type of thing. Whereas now it's like throat's closing. Oh my God, mayday, mayday. But I'm eating a different diet. For some reason, if I'm eating, maybe it was all the potassium from bananas. I don't know if it canceled it out, but long story short, I don't know if I can still even enjoy that much durian, or if I would be able to enjoy more if I ate more raw food. Like, this is a theory. Long story short, I'm a little nostalgic because the season is starting. I follow many different pages that post about all the beautiful fruits on the trees, and they're cracking them open, and they're smelling them and tasting them, and they're walking down the market. I love the markets. That's one thing I love. I mean, usually you don't deal with idiots like this. When you go to a farmer's market, usually the person who grew it is selling, or it's their family member or cousin or a worker. They take pride in selling their organic carrots. They want you to buy it because they worked hard, they made it. It's a direct result, you know, if they sell it, they're getting the income. So they're so, how are you? I'm selling these heirloom tomatoes. Want to take a look? What kind do you like? I could show you some I have here. You know, just like nice people who are excited to, and I love outdoor markets where it's like a bunch of stalls, lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. It's so fun. It seems fun. It seems almost archaic, like back in the medieval times where everyone would come to the center of the town in front of the church and they would set up did they have tents back then? I guess they did. They would sell other stuff. And you're interacting with other people and you're outside. I love that about Thailand and Colombia and Mexico. There are a lot of places, everywhere except here. Florida has some farmers markets, but man, are they expensive. And I will take about, some of them are they're nice actually. It's on a small scale. So I kind of miss that whole market life, and you know, every day was a trip to the market, something fresh. Something hand-picked, something hand-selected by you. You sat there and you picked out your favorite mangoes, what looked the best, what smelt the best. It just felt so, again, primitive. And it was a huge waste of time, but also a huge pleasure. Like the amount of time it takes to get yourself, I used to take the train, getting yourself to that market and participating, interacting, seeing what's new, what's in season, maybe see your favorite vendor, they give you a smile, all that. And then there's not just fruits and vegetables, there's people cooking stuff, you know, some noodles, rice noodle dishes, they sell them on little plates, like $2 each in Thailand. Oh my God, it was so fun. I really miss it. I could cry, actually. I'm seeing people post about, people I still follow, posting about it's durian season, all the durians coming out, the durian season starting. Oh, it was so fun. I loved it. And those are people who are working honest hours and actual difficult jobs. And man, I've never, ever, now I don't speak Thai, so maybe some of them call me like a fat American or something here and there, I'm sure of it. But you don't have to speak the language to understand the body language. Okay? I've lived in enough places to know that to be true. There's a special breed in this world called Americans. It's very sad. My parents' day, when they were my age, it's new generation. New generation. TikTok generation. This was not normalized, encouraged, or celebrated. It's social media, that's part of it. People, like, remember my whole rant the other day about you say a word someone doesn't like and they think they now have license to physically attack you. They didn't have social media perhaps to reiterate, kind of ingrain in people that this is what we do. Someone calls you an F, the bag, if you're, someone calls you a ag, okay, you can, actually a lot of gay people don't really fight, so maybe that's not a good excuse, but still, it's like, anyway, very similar. The body language, you just know. So I really miss it. I miss that whole little lifestyle, that aspect of it, which, I don't have to be vegan to do that at all. Most people in Thailand are not vegan, but they go to the market, and they buy their fresh spring onions, and they buy their chili paste to make their soups. They see their friends, and it's just fun. Everything's with cash, which was kind of annoying to me. I wish I could just like tap a card and leave. I really hate dealing with cash and coins. Ugh. I don't like cash. Never carry it. When, homeless people come up to me, hey, can I have some? I'll be like, I actually have no money. I'm telling you the truth. I hate it. So I'm a little sad because I kind of wish I was there. Now that the what's kind of gone away. It hasn't gone away, it'll never go away, but it's to a point where more people have built up resistance now. And, Delta Airlines even put out a statement. It's no different than a seasonal flu now. So, will people still die from it? Yes, but people are still dying from the regular flu too. And diabetes and heart attacks. We're not shutting down the world from diabetes. It's not contagious, but there's other contagious things too that we have to live again. So, I don't know. I feel like it's the time now. It's been 3 years, two full years. It's the time to go out and. I was looking at stories on Instagram, and people are still wearing face coverings and stuff, which is fine. Oh God, doing that in the heat. Oh. But in Thailand, it's very crowded. So even though you're outside, and yeah, technically things should like disperse in the air, unless it's really windy. That's stagnant, and there's like 1 million people per inch. In those markets, you're like walking like this. I would wear a face covering. I got very sick in Thailand the last time I was there. I got some type of flu. I was sick for 3 full weeks. I should have gone to the doctor. I didn't. I did some type of like online thing where I got medicine, something, but maybe face covering would have helped with that. I don't know. But even back then, some people still wore them. Asian cultures have kind of worn them anyway. no matter what's going on in the air that year. Have you ever noticed? Like, I remember in Chinatown, New York, they were always wearing coverings. Maybe in their homelands, there's a lot of sicknesses in general, and they're just by habit put it on your face. It's so wasteful. All the plastic. Oh my God. I saw the amount of face masks in our ocean now. Seals and dolphins getting stuck on them, and turtles drowning in them. It's like, oh, because we dump them in the ocean. So it's very, there's consequences for everything. Anyway, that's my video. I think I'm kind of full. But I wish I was there. Walking around the market, getting fresh fruits and vegetables. Honestly, let's be real. It's just the durian. Well, no, it's all of it, but I just love that. It's the most amazing thing. Maybe I'll eat it for you again. I actually have some saved videos that I've never published before of me eating durian. They're saved, like I said. This was many years ago, and I never posted them. I think I would like to post them now. There's nothing bad. It's just, I didn't post every day back then. I used to hold things and let them kind of mature. I would be very selective about what I would post in what order, what comes what. We're talking 3-4 years ago, so I posted Monday and Friday, that's it. Something like that. Or Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. It was not every day. So eventually I went to every day, but yeah. I do have those videos. I would like to post them. I personally want to watch me eat them. I want to watch the video just to see my eyes roll back and just try to remember that delicious flavor. Although not all of them are equally good, that's for sure. That's for sure. But it's so fun. It's primitive. Cracking up the spiky shell and the smell comes out. You just feel like you're part of the jungle. It's just so cool. No other fruit's that cool. It's just ironic because it's a very overheating food. You eat that and you sweat for hours. Oh, that's even if you're not allergic to it like I am. It's such a cool fruit. I would like to eat that in a refrigerator. Like one of those walk-in freezers, like in the back of a restaurant or so. Costco. You go to Costco at the shopping. You go into the section where they have all the refrigerators for the greens and the vegetables that might perish. I like to sit in there and eat a durian. Oh, it'd be so fun. And then I might pass away because it'll kill me. How ironic that a fruit would kill me faster than what I usually eat. I'm kind of nostalgic. I'm like, oh, like it hurts. I feel sad. You ever feel that way? I feel sad, everybody. I feel sad. The people were polite. For the most part. Every once in a while you get a grumpy Thai person, that's for sure. But I'd prefer that than the treatment I got today at the fast food store. I can't wait to put up. You guys, I know I talk about my teeth way too much. But I might have to redo my Invisalign from another, this time with an actual orthodontist. I did it through a dentist. I should have done an orthodontist. They might have done a better job. I'm just so constantly thinking about it because I feel my teeth shifting. And I wear the retainer all day. It's just, oh. I'm not happy with the outcome. I'm devastated that some of my enamel came off. And I was so ready to sue. But when you do Invisalign, there is some implied possibility of enamel damage from the process of the treatment that you sign off you can't sue for this because this can happen anyway. It's like when you go to get surgery, the doctor makes a mistake. Well, the doctor was trying to help you. They were providing a service. You can't sue for that little, unless they kill you or, something very drastic. My teeth are still here, but it's not enough damage for it to be like sue worthy, unfortunately. I'm devastated. But let's end on a positive note. I'm having happy thoughts about my past right now. Going to that market. Even with Orland, without Orland, I've been there with friends. I've been there so many years, so many different times of my life. As a meat eater, as a vegan, as a raw foodist. Oh man, I've never gone there as like a, oh no I have. 3 years ago, I went there as a regular meat eating mukbanger. I had KFC. Asian KFC, check out that video. It's just fun. It's kind of fun to be somewhere different, but also safe. You know, in Colombia, I didn't get those same fuzzy wuzzy feelings. I think Colombia is more beautiful. Colombia, in my opinion, is physically, naturally the most beautiful country I've ever been to. And they're also polite and stuff, but I have more fear there just because of what goes on there, the crime, the desperation, and y'all know what grows there. It's just always going to lead to problems and civil conflicts and innocent people getting hurt. Thailand has stuff too, but nothing near Colombia. And Colombia's not used to tourism. Thailand is. Thailand's been a tourist dump for decades by now. So I feel safe there. So that's why it's fun. It's fun to like be someplace new. You don't really know what's going on. You don't speak the language, but you feel safe kind of wandering around. I did not feel that in Colombia. Even though it's way more beautiful. Alright everyone, thanks for watching my show. I hope you liked it, even though I was mean Karen today. Maybe tomorrow I'll get treated better. I know, I'm not taking it that personally. Once the camera goes off, I'm not gonna think about it. I know it's entertaining when people like to see me complain, so I made sure to complain extra hard. In general, I do stand by my thoughts that, you know, people need to fake it till they make it or get a different job. That's still a belief I hold true, but I'm not actually that devastated. You know, these shows require for me to talk about something, so I'll embellish a little bit. I don't embellish the story. That is what happened. That old lady, she looks so sad. She's like, you're supposed to tip it. It don't matter. Like, tip it for her. She's 75 years old. Tip it, tip it. Come on, just tip it. It takes 2 seconds. Is it really that hard? It's not that hard. You just don't deserve to have that job. All right, people. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh my God, I look so fat today. Look at my double chin. And usually black makes me skinny. What's happening? This is not okay. Jeepers creepers. Hi, it's me. I'd like to thank all my patrons for supporting this video, and an even bigger thank you to my executive producers, Jamie Babycado, Princess Abbie, and C Butter. If you'd like to support my channel a little bit extra, or if you just want to see the real, unfiltered side of these videos, click the link in the description box and consider joining all of us over on Patreon. You'll get to see weekly videos and a much more candid side of me. Oh, and by the way, you have to be a grown-up to follow. Patreon's really for my closest followers only, and new openings become available on a first-come, first-served basis. So if you see an opening, hurry up. And if you want to hear from me personally, get yourself a video directly from me on Cameo, where I can surprise you with a video straight to your phone or your computer. You can also hire me to tell off your friend. If you want more, check out my merch store and get yourself a Waterweight t-shirt. Patreon, Cameo, and merch are all linked in the description box. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.